Now, First Alert 6 weather.
Happy Thursday, everyone. I hope you're having a great day. Meteorologist Jaret Lansford here. And after starting off with some cloud cover, even a couple of light showers that were making their way through areas north of I-80, we're looking at clearing taking place, and it looks pretty good for the rest of our day today. We'll take a look at that full forecast, what to expect as we head into the weekend. We've got some warmer temperatures, even warmer than what we've been the last few days, on the way. We do have a chance of some rain over the weekend, and I want to first alert you to when we could see that. I know a lot of people have Valentine's Day plans, and we'll take a look if that could potentially impact your plans as we head into our Saturday. Let's go ahead and start talking about what we've got going on right now and through the rest of the forecast. There's the cloud cover on the way out, and sunshine taking back over. 44 degrees our current temperature. We do have a little bit of a southeast breeze. That will continue to clear out as we head through the next few hours with that cloud cover going away. We had some of that light shower activity off to the north. Still just a little bit of it remaining if you're around the Denison area, but that's about it. It's going to be gone pretty quickly from there as well. And the clouds will also follow suit, leading to an afternoon that will be mostly sunny. We'll continue to step the temperatures up, and by the time we get to our peak warming right around the 3 to 4 p.m. time frame, we'll be up into the upper 50s with our temperatures. So you can see right up near 60 degrees, just a touch cooler to the north and east where those clouds linger just a little bit longer, but still way above average. Average high this time of year is 37, so we will be well beyond that, not just today, but throughout the forecast. You can see how things just continue stepping up each subsequent day, up near 60 for our Friday and Saturday, low 60s Sunday, and we're up to 67 degrees for high on Monday. We'll talk more about that Monday forecast. That 67 is actually pretty notable. First, though, what you'll probably notice or is probably thinking about with the weekend, well, what do we have on the way for Saturday? Because it's Valentine's Day, and a lot of people do have plans. We do have to watch for maybe a little bit of some precip that tries to make its way in. It's very mild again. We're right into the 60s for our temps. The evening looks pretty good. We'll be right near 50 degrees. Not much in the way of wind all day long. There is that small chance for rain. Let me show you where that ends up for Saturday. And we've been talking about the system being off to our south for the bulk of the week and how it would maybe just graze us on the southern end. That's kind of where we're looking. We have a little bit of a better chance if you're south of Nebraska City as we make our way into Saturday afternoon. Looks like the model's updating on me at this time, so it's not showing the rain. But where you see these kind of brighter white shades of the clouds, that's the area where we could be talking about maybe squeezing a little moisture out of those clouds. So light showers that would be possible around Rockport, Falls City, Beatrice. I think that's our main area where we could get some rain showers right in the midday hours. And as we get into the afternoon, you can see those clouds kind of thin out a little bit. And as we get into the evening, we'll clear those out even still. So looking pretty good as we make our way through the evening hours. If you have plans for Saturday evening, should be in good shape. And even where we do, the time frames we do have that chance for some showers, it's not looking like a total washout of a day by any stretch. So that's what we expect for Saturday. Sunday, sunshine. Friday, sunshine. And Monday, looking like we have just a few clouds that are in and out of the area. That 67 degrees I mentioned, that does put us at tying the record high. The record high is from 2017, so that is not a very old record, but it's in danger. We could be easily looking at temperatures eclipsing that as we get into the afternoon Monday. That'll be something worth watching as we continue on beyond that. We're also going to be looking at pretty warm conditions on Tuesday, too. We're up right near 70 degrees. Both those days could have some gusts around 25, 30 miles per hour, so a little bit of a breeze that helps that temperature lift up. But really the only precip chance that we have until we get to the end of next week is what I mentioned for Saturday south of I-80, particularly south of Nebraska City. So that means we're continuing our trend for dry weather. And This is a graphic that shows us what percent of our normal precip we have picked up over the last 30 days. And the deeper those oranges and reds get, the drier it's been. And when you look at the scale, you're seeing most of our area sitting in this kind of bold red color. And that corresponds to picking up roughly 5% of our normal precip, something along those lines. You get even into this crimson shade, or maroon, to the north and east of the metro. That puts you at less than 2% of the normal precip. It has been very dry over the course of the last month. You have to go back to early January to find the day where we picked up any kind of decent precip. That was about 0.8 of an inch of rain that fell on January 8th. So when you fold that in, it does look a little better for the last 60 days, but keep in mind that's really doing a lot of the heavy lifting with that one particular day. So going back past through the last 2 months, you've got more of a regular orange showing up for most of the area. That lines up with about 25 to 50% of our normal precip. You do have some areas that are in that red shade as well that would indicate less than a quarter of the normal precip we would pick up in this stretch. So it's dry. We need some moisture. When we look at the 10-day forecast, you're going to see that it does give us, whoop, that's the wrong source. Hold on. Let me put that back up on the screen here. There we go. Okay, so shower chances have ended today. 58. 60 degrees for Friday. Not much for precip chances. You just have that small one south of the metro as we get into the midday hours on Saturday, and that's pretty much it until we get to the end of the 10-day. You're also going to notice that we don't really have that cold of temperatures even at night. Talking about 30s, 40s for lows for a lot of these nights. That helps to lift us into the 60s for the weekend. The start of next week, we're up near 70 on Tuesday. And Wednesday is also trending warmer. Now into the 60s with sunshine. It's the end of next week where things are looking like they start to change for us. It is that time frame where we could bring some rain showers, maybe some snow showers in with that as well. Temperatures start to cool off with some 40s and 50s for highs, looking a little more likely as we're closing out next week. So we're not done with winter. We're still in early February at this point, getting close, more so mid-February. But we still have plenty of time for winter weather to really take over. And even though temperatures still are trending to be warmer than average for the most part, there's signs that we start to leak some of this colder air in as we get into the final days of February, and that should start to break this ridge down, start to pull us a little bit closer to where we would expect to be. Also give us a better chance to bring some of that much-needed moisture into our area. See, most of the country does look like it's likely wetter than average as we get to the final days of February. So, as we've kind of continued to see things struggle with moisture, there's kind of our end of the line where we could hopefully start to pick some of that back into our area. Until then, enjoy some warm, dry weather, and that does include, for the most part, the weekend. Just got to watch for maybe a few showers south of the metro for Valentine's Day, but that's in the middle of the day. Shouldn't really line up with any of the plans you may have for the evening. I think that'll wrap things up. I appreciate everyone who has joined in for this live stream coming up at the top of the hour. Make sure you have the First Alert 6 streaming app, as we will be streaming midday there, as well as our 3 o'clock newscasts with the Olympics ongoing on NBC. So make sure you tune in for the newscast coming up here at the top of the hour. Otherwise, I hope you have a great rest of your Thursday.